My 5 favorite Captain Picard scenes in Star Trek movies, ranked. Captain Jean-Luc Picard Patrick Stewart was the center of 4 Star Trek, The Next Generation movies, and my 5 favorite Picard movie scenes showcase the captain of the Enterprise's heroism, humor, and commanding dramatic power. Before taking over the Star Trek movie franchise, Picard was the captain of the USS Enterprise D in 7 seasons of Star Trek, The Next Generation, which established Jean-Luc's intelligence, compassion, wisdom, and devotion to the highest principles of Starfleet and the United Federation of Planets. Star Trek, The Next Generation jumped to the big screen in 1994 Star Trek Generations, which featured Captain Picard meeting Captain James T. Kirk William Shatner from Star Trek, the original series, and ended with Kirk's death. 1996's Star Trek First Contact was a crowd-pleasing action spectacle where Picard faced his greatest enemies, the Borg. Captain Picard risked his Starfleet career to protect a race called the Baku in 1998 Star Trek Insurrection. Finally, Picard faced his evil clone in 2002 Star Trek Nemesis. Star Trek The Next Generation's movies changed Captain Picard, turning Jean-Luc into an action hero who battles the main villain in each film's action-packed final act. Picard is more aggressive and dynamic in his 4 TNG movies, as opposed to the stoic captain who favored negotiation in Star Trek The Next Generation. Yet Picard's moral compass and dedication to doing what's right never waver. Captain Picard is always trustworthy, admirable, and a joy to watch in his 4 Star Trek movies, especially in my 5 favorite scenes. Star Trek Nemesis is far from my favorite Star Trek movie, but it opens with an enjoyable moment. Captain Picard giving the best man toast at the wedding of Commander Will Riker Jonathan Frakes and Counselor Deanna Troi Marina Sirtis. Picard is in fine spirits, perhaps fueled by Romulan ale, and Jean-Luc delivers a jovial tribute to his first officer and counselor, who plan to depart the USS Enterprise E to take command of the USS Titan. Jean-Luc draws warm laughter as he laments what Riker and Troi leaving will mean to him. I find the rest of Star Trek Nemesis to be a dreary affair as Captain Picard meets his twisted clone, Shinzen Tom Hardy, and prevents the new Romulan Praetors plot to attack the Federation. Picard has an uncharacteristic chase scene off-roading with LT Commander Data Brent Spiner and LT Commander Worf Michael Dorn, and Jean-Luc also has a few compelling moments facing off with Shinzen and trying to find the humanity in his doppelganger. It's fun to see Jean-Luc let his hair down, so to speak. To me, Captain Picard is at his best at the start of Star Trek Nemesis, and his toast to Riker and Troi reinforces that they and his other USS Enterprise crewmates are his family. It's fun to see Jean-Luc let his hair down, so to speak, and tease Data while commanding the room with warmth and wit. Since Star Trek Nemesis literally breaks Picard's family apart, Jean-Luc gets one fine moment celebrating them with his wedding toast. Captain Jean-Luc Picard is one of Starfleet's greatest leaders, and his transition from Star Trek The Next Generation to the big screen gave him plenty of cinematic moments to shine. Whether facing off against the Borg or showing raw human vulnerability, Patrick Stewart brought gravitas and emotional depth to every performance. Here are my 5 favorite Captain Picard scenes in the Star Trek movies, ranked not just by action, but by emotional power and character significance. 5. Let's make sure history never forgets the name Enterprise, a Star Trek Generations. This line, delivered with quiet intensity, is classic Picard. As the Enterprise D prepares for a last-ditch maneuver to stop Sauron, Picard asserts the legacy of the ship and its crew. The moment is brief but powerful. Picard's sense of duty and pride in the Enterprise is never more evident. Even as the ship faces destruction, Picard's leadership remains unwavering. 4. The Nexus realization, Star Trek Generations. Picard's scenes in the Nexus, where he's given an illusion of a family he never had, are hauntingly beautiful. For once, the stoic captain is vulnerable, grappling with the possibility of an ideal life he sacrificed for duty. It's a quiet, emotional moment that gives us a rare look at the man behind the uniform. His choice to leave the fantasy shows his commitment to the greater good, no matter the personal cost. 3. The line must be drawn here. Star Trek First Contact. This is Picard unleashed. Consumed by his thirst for revenge against the Borg, Picard erupts in a fiery monologue that shocks even his closest allies. Stewart's delivery is thunderous, raw, and unforgettable. The moment captures the psychological scars left by his assimilation, showing how deeply the Borg still affect him. It's not just a